Very warm welcome to our second episode of hashtag
No Filter!
And let's celebrate women. It's been International Women's Month. Guys, I loved the International Women's Day. I got lots of flowers on WhatsApp.
Yeah. I was gonna say that about Valentine's too. Not for my chocolates.
On WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yes.
I think we should start actually getting proper gifts.
Because our people are lazy, you know.
vanogadzira mastika nemaimoji pawhatsapp
I love you.
vari kukanganisa upiwa mahearts nemawhatwate pawhatsapp and you're like, oh, where's the real thing though?
Okay,
Exactly.
so come back to me. Come back to my topic.
Sword.
Let's talk about women and the women that are unsung. Are there some women that we can talk about that have not really been, celebrated
Guys,
enough?
zita rikunditize. Musikana wapa scary movie anozani. We should get her own movie anozani. The black chick. Wapa scary movie anozani. Guys. Yeah, Regina Hall should get a movie, guys. Yakega.
But she does though.
Yeah.
Which one? Like a big one, like Black Panther. Well, big Black Panther, I don't know. But yeah.
But I think she did
really good in that Steve Harvey one with everybody else.
What is the name of the movie?
Which one? Man, Think Like a Man.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
But she's
So what
amongst
do
a
you
lot
wanna
of people.
celebrate
No,
about
but
her?
she's done a couple of
I feel like
big
she's done
big-ish.
big movies, and I would want to see her star her own movie, like as an Ari Ega. I know this is American, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Well, we're looking for African people."
I want to see Usingube being celebrated. I want
Oh, she's amazing.
Usingube.
She's Tammy,
She's
guys.
an
Yeah.
artist. She was part of Ilanga. I want to see Susan Chenjerai. I want to see, all those women who opened the doors, because I feel like when we are in 2019, we stop looking behind and forget who these are the women who paved the way.
To pave the way, yeah.
Vakapfura mapaparisango ndo vakatotanga kutogadzira path kuti vamwe vanhu vese vazopfura, and
Yeah.
we tend to ignore that. I think these women they should get the recognition and they should be celebrated for what they did, because if it was hard for me to get into music, imagine how hard it was for them.
Yeah.
Chirombe vasikana vanopinda music very loose,
Yes.
but they were still brave enough.
Yeah.
I will, I
Started
can.
and
Yeah.
go for it. Do you
Yeah.
think Shwanesa was celebrated enough?
Exactly. I was about to talk about it.
I think she was celebrated from the artists celebrated her, but I think nationally I don't think it was enough.
I actually have a bit of a query with regards to celebrating people. I feel like we wait for something catastrophic to happen, or like Vanhu Pavanofa, they're celebrated more when they pass than when they're living. So you can tell by the movement. Yagata for Oliver, obviously this is a guy, but the movement that was there for Oliver. Imagine if people had been like that for other things that he did. Yeah, let's say if he did like a million man march, he could have held that with the support he then got after he passed on. If he said, let's march in the streets and just pick up a litter, can you imagine the kind of people who were posting about him, Duku for Tuk and everything? People weren't doing that when he was alive. I mean, they were supportive.
It's the kind of people we are.
Yeah.
Kuti even
Kai,
pahama
wafa
dzedu,
wakosha.
pachedu, even with our relatives and our friends, we don't call each other enough. We
Yeah.
don't spend enough time together. And then when something happens with our patients as we die, that's when you find everybody going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying this because
Azorwara.
I do that with my relatives, and I just wanted, if they're watching, it's not that I don't love you. It's just we
Life
need
takes
to
over.
change this.
Yeah.
We need to change this.
Because
And what about women that are not in the
coffin.
arts?
Yeah.
Are there women that are not in the arts per se that we might feel should be celebrated more?
I think there are lots of women out there. When we're talking about this topic, I'm thinking of that woman that's been selling my veg in Emadoma, Sipakona, Marain, paying for the longest time, making sure that Marain Mesemunu is veg, fresh.
Yeah.
I think we need to start celebrating those women. I think we need,
Because they keep things functional, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And we don't think about that, what they're doing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
We had one, I tried to be my veg. And I mean, I knew her
wow.
like from when I was 4 years old, right? She literally passed on last year, but I tell you, Ampia Mavej was fantastic. And then she'd come, Muriwo. Then she'd sit about talking about tea, whatever.
Always so happy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she took all her grandchildren through school because of that.
Oh wow.
She lost all her kids, and then she was now looking after her grandchildren. So we sort of like started helping her like with some of the tuition and whatever. But it was amazing. She had like 15 grandchildren in her home, in a 2-roomed house in DZ, and she made her money coming from DZ. Me Brian,
I love the way you say that.
Me Brian, I had to say
Yeah,
it.
like for real, for
I
real.
think there's so
Brian.
many of these stories, and we don't know about them. But I think, as we should try to find out more of these stories. That woman who has been beaten by her husband left, right, and center, and still managed. But somehow still managed to pay school fees for her kids. You know, that woman who had no education but somehow was able
Managed
to
to-
help her kids with homework. Degrees. You know, we need those stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to celebrate those women in Zimbabwe. Actually, for me, mostly, I think it's those women behind the scenes in Zimbabwe, especially in Africa. They're not like celebrated enough. Like women who are in front of the camera. Yeah. Now we sort of kind of know them. We're getting to the stage where we celebrate them and whatnot. But what about those that are behind the scenes? The ones that do maybe sound even, or maybe they're just the cinematographers, the whatnot, the women. Those women, like none of us don't even know most of them.
But how
they
do we know
are
them
out
though?
there.
How would we know them if there's nothing written about them? Because we can only know what we know.
So
Or
maybe
what's
the
out there
writers
for us
should
to
get
know.
to the point where they actually sort out those
But
type
do
of
you
stories
want?
too.
But are we that society that wants to read about these people that are just what we want to call ordinary? But they're not ordinary because
not
everybody
ordinary.
is extraordinary in their own
in
way.
their own right, yeah, they are.
Let me tell you the other woman I want to see celebrated. It's the woman who goes against all odds, who doesn't care about what society thinks. That woman who's 50-something and not married and happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there.
Who doesn't care what
Yes.
the tetes have said.
Oh, yes.
And TGG.
I saw a meme, Yagati, and in 2019 we're not asking each other where our degrees are, where our husbands are, where our weddings are, where our children are, because you don't know people's stories. You don't know what they went through to become the people that they are today. And I feel like let's just stop asking and just start appreciating more.
Appreciating each other as
Let's
women.
love each other
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yes.
Let's listen to each other a lot more.
Yeah.
And spend more time together.
Yeah.
But y'all don't call me. Don't call
No,
me.
no. We all don't. You guys, you even forgot my birthday.
Okay.
You celebrate
Happy birthday.
celebration.
Guys,
The whole world celebrates
but
my
listen,
birthday.
Chido will send you some pictures on
Lama
WhatsApp.
flowers, Lama flowers, and some of them are pictures.
In
That's
Zwaya.
the
Well,
reason,
guys.
that's the reason why we forget, because you got too many people celebrating your birthday.
Exactly.
We need to shut this down. And so if you know any extraordinary women out there that you feel need to be celebrated, hook us up. Let us know right now. Hashtag no filter. That's all for now.
Welcome back to my favorite section of the show where we play games. And as usual, I'm in charge because I'm the game master. And y'all's today are going to play. And there are no teams because people choose their favorite people on the show. And that's not nice. So,
how you keep-
basically,
Only you would say that.
guys. Mirai, you guys are going to talk when you guys are playing the game, right?
So what's the game?
If you don't
What's
know the
game? What's
music,
game?
then you go fail this
What's
game.
the Oh, it's the music.
What are we winning?
I think
Wait,
patience is
Exactly,
exempt
we
from
need
this
to
one.
win something.
Okay,
It's
fine.
not
Wait,
fair.
let
It's
me
not
tell
fair
you.
for patients to participate in this
How
one.
do you know the game? Are you
Yes,
fucking
you said it's
trying
not
to...
music. I mean, if it's about
Fine.
music.
Guys, these people are writing against me. Peshi.
Okay, let's go. We'll play.
You
the game.
can't answer too quickly. You have to think for 3 seconds, okay? Since you have an advantage because the kids are crying.
I don't
Okay, so this is the no filter edition of Guess the Song. Okay, so we're gonna play a song by a woman, you know, a special woman from our time, from now, from wherever, and y'all are gonna have to guess whose
what
song
do
it
we-
is.
the
The name
name
of the song and who
and the
sang
name
it.
of the artist.
Yes.
The name
okay.
of the song.
Yes.
The
name of the song.
Both
Yes.
of them. Okay.
The name of the song and who sang it, Ka?
Hey,
If you
okay.
guys don't want it, it's okay. I can play.
It's all by yourself.
All by yourself. All right. So for us to know who the first person is, these people are obviously going to shout. We're going to lift up our glasses. Yeah. Like this. The first glass to go down is the person who's going to say the answer. And if you get it wrong, that's fine. Mandy's going to keep points as usual. And let's go.
Actually, wait.
I heard this one.
Don't
I heard this
come
one.
around.
Yeah.
See me in the wind.
Yeah, what's the name of the
Yvonne
song?
Chaka Chaka.
No.
What's
Brenda.
it? Brenda Fassie.
Brenda Fassie.
No, but
it's
it's
a weekend special.
okay. How do you record points? Because now she said you vote chaga chaga, and then no one gets the point.
We help each other.
No,
Okay.
it's not fair though. We're kind of counting 3 seconds from the time.
No,
the
I
song
said
starts.
you because you work at
Only
radio.
you,
Don't listen to
because
that.
you're-
Don't listen to that.
You've got an
She's a
advantage.
musician, works on radio, and
I
Yeah,
just
as soon
know-
as
I
you
know
know,
the
you just bang
songs.
your cup.
Alright.
Okay, yeah.
I like.
She also knows the song.
I just
Okay.
like to sing. I don't know the.
But no one.
Go for it.
Ah,
Who was that? Who?
I don't know.
It's the South African groove.
No, who went first though? Whose cup went first? That person should answer. This is not
First
efficient.
hit.
I didn't
I
say
should not
you
put
sing
the
the
Imbaika.
song.
This is not
Okay,
a choir.
okay. By who?
Destiny by
Malaika.
exactly.
yes.
Okay, so
Okay, so
this is
that's-
half.
Okay.
Half. Okay.
But a matter
Guys.
not
Yeah, no, that's
Sang.
true.
No, you sang though.
You sang, but
The
no,
song-
It's not about singing.
It's about the name.
And
No,
don't
I'm
do
just
that
saying-
again.
Alright.
Okay, whoever says the first, guys, because now this is not working.
Fine.
Yeah.
See
Okay,
you.
fine. Whoever says the first. Half. Come on, Tanya.
Are you okay? Guys can go for this one.
Okay, it's the song called Malaika.
Okay.
It could have been anything
By
else. That was
who?
the first
By
word, guys.
who?
But it's called Malaika. That's
By
what I
who?
know.
Play the song. By who?
Okay, play some more. Some Trumpets, what voice?
Sorry, guys.
Mbreti was our voice.
Sandra Ndebele.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
nice.
It is,
Okay,
actually.
so half.
But we had to hear
1-1.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, 1-1. Okay. Come on, Tanya. Come on. Okay, half.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot her name, but I can see her
She
face.
just said it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Choniso.
Toleso.
Ivaine.
Inedu
Amai.
Mari. No.
Ivaine.
Ivaine Su.
So who gets the point?
I do.
Can you guys decide?
She was supposed to know because they were such good friends. She was
But I
supposed
said
to
it.
know
I
from the
said
very
Choniso.
first second.
Hey, second.
Okay.
Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
You know, okay, Mandy knows the points, guys. I don't even know.
Umqobo.
By who?
I make
Yvonne, Chaka. You
No,
just
but she
don't know
had said the
Chaka
whole
Chaka.
thing, Gudara.
Eh?
She had said the whole thing, Gudara.
So she gets the whole point.
Yeah.
She gets the point.
Tanya, you've got nothing.
Charamba.
What's the name of the
That's
song?
my Charamba.
Guys,
the
no one
song.
even heard the song except for you, Sha.
Oh, what do you mean?
Says-
My Charamba.
Oh, that was that song with Visions.
God created
I was in
Adam,
school with this lady.
the father of Asia,
I
Australia.
Takamira chorus.
No one knows the chorus. Chorus, please.
No, but I
Okay,
did
play
my
more.
Charambaga.
Hey, but please play more so we just know. We need to be
The
redeemed.
English one.
See, I'm just not as fast as my, counterpart. It's just DJ.
I don't want you.
Africa.
Africa. Yeah, it is
It's
Africa.
it's Africa something.
What?
Africa. I got a full point for the first time.
No, the second
Second
time.
time.
Africa
Yeah, 'cause
Restore
you went Chaka Chaka
Identity.
October.
No, it's just called Africa.
It's called Africa Restore Identity.
Okay, guys. Anyways,
What's it called?
what are the points?
Yes,
What-
yes.
Okay, so what are the total points? Patience wins,
No, but
guys.
no, she doesn't.
Oh, she had two
How did
full
that
points.
happen?
She had
I
two
had
full
three.
points.
And
I don't know, but
What
that's
does that
you
mean?
win.
She had one full
One's
point.
403.
No, you guys are just racist.
You know what, guys?
You guys are
What am I
racist.
winning? What am I winning?
You know what? More juice,
she
more
was
juice, more juice. All right, guys. To close up this beautiful and fun section, please feel free to suggest games for us to play on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts. And you never know, maybe we'll play your game on our show.
Woo woo!
Woohoo.
I still think I'm the winner.
You know what?
It's okay.
Everybody
It
is a
doesn't matter.
winner. Everybody is a winner.
Hi guys, welcome back to the second segment of No Filter, and we're going to be talking about the Me Too movement and Time's Up. Do we actually need these movements in Zimbabwe though?
First of all, let's explain what is a movement.
Actually, yeah,
What is a movement?
Because the movement is, isn't it like
Yes.
when people rally for something,
Yeah.
and then they're discussing it and trying to like probably pass laws for it or against it or something?
But how can we, first of all, have a movement if we are not willing to talk about the things that I guess are supposed to be expressed within the movement? Like, people don't speak about sexual harassment, let alone sex in our culture. Like, you're not about to tell your daughter about these things because you think it's enabling. So when she gets abused at work, she feels like it's a fault and she's not going to be outright or speak about it. So as a result, how do you then even start a movement? Who is the first person to say, "Sha guys"?
No, but I don't think that's fair. I think like we've now sort of migrated from that. I mean, if we look at like Childline, for instance,
Yeah.
that's getting kids to be, so that
Yeah,
would
no,
be a
that's
movement,
true.
Yeah.
right?
Fair
Childline
enough.
is an organization, but I would say it's a movement because now you always say to your kids, if you've got a problem, go to Childline.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
Childline. And I think
Fair enough,
parents
fair
are saying
enough.
that and what have you, right? So
Yeah.
let's go back to the, say what?
The Me Too
The Me
movement
Too
Yeah.
and the
Time's Up.
Time's Up.
Yeah. So do we
Okay.
need those movements?
I think we do, but are people willing to come up with their stories? Because my
talk about
issue is a lot of blame is passed to the victims. That's the honest truth. Our societies tend to
do you think we're
blame.
still there?
Pardon?
We're still.
I
Are
think-
we still in that?
I
place?
mean,
think
there
so.
are
I
some
think the
kinda-
victims are always usually
Yeah.
the
Blamed,
issue.
especially in the
I mean,
African
we
culture,
are
kuti
trying
wo-
to
kuti
evolve.
ndiongo chichido or whatever.
Wongo
Like,
fika
oh,
mimi.
hey, exactly.
Wongo
But
fika
and because it's in the workplaces, I think it's a lot worse because then it's usually with a hierarchy, isn't it? Like your bosses.
Yeah.
So whose fault is it? Is it the top management?
Yeah, they're
or
like,
is it
"Wongo-
you?
wongo shitwa
Wongo
sekerera,
ngapfekera
uda
imini yoyo
promotion."
So
Bas-
it just
bas-
goes to show that as a society we have deep-rooted issues as far, raising up our boys and our girls.
Yes.
Because I think the Me Too movement has mainly been about women being victims. But
Yes.
let's also not forget that men are also victims.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah. And I feel like abuse is universal, and this is something I've always like. It really affected me when it I don't know if you know the story with Jordan Woods and Kylie Jenner. Well, the Kardashian clan, basically. What it is this is Kylie's best friend who kissed
Her
the-
husband.
the sister's husband, her best
Right,
friend's sister's
right.
husband.
Mm.
Okay, so I get that she may or may not have done whatever she did, okay? But then I feel like people were willing to take everything at face value and say, yeah, you did it. And then on social media, people were wishing her to die, and then they said her dad deserved to die of cancer and everything. And I felt like, whoa, guys,
was
are we
wrong.
not? Are we,
Are we not taking it
I
too
mean,
far?
yeah.
Social media does tend to, take things a little bit far.
Yeah.
But also bringing this issue home, domestic violence from the Babes Wodumo case.
Yes,
and all of
yes.
that. For
Shade,
me, I
guys.
was a little startled, shocked,
Hmm.
and disappointed how other, females then were
Yes.
questioning her when she was
Exactly.
saying she was being beaten up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the moment somebody says they're being beaten up, male or female, nobody's got the right to stand up and say, "Kuti, you're lying."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless if it said what it was in a specific moment that you were in.
Yeah. And you are so
Yeah.
kuti.
So now
um,
it took her going
context.
live for then people
Yeah.
to start believing that it
start
actually
believing
happened.
it.
Yeah.
But you see, even then, even if you were there, there's other forms of abuse that don't even involve beating up. Do you know, Guti, you could be sitting at a dinner table, Murima friends, whatever it is, and then your friend's
Verbal
husband
abuse.
can pinch his wife and say, shut up, don't speak, under the table, and no one sees it, and then she
Okay,
keeps
yeah,
smiling.
it's physical.
Yeah. Well, it is physical,
Well,
exactly.
I mean,
but
like, what are you gonna do? It's what
gonna be
are you
like,
gonna do? You're gonna keep it real. When you get home, you'll be like, "What were you doing?
What were you
I'm gonna
doing?
deal
Yes.
with you personally at home. I'm
But
not
then
gonna
you
be
know
like."
what? With domestic violence, it also brings up the issue where, you know, Babes Odumo kept going back.
Yeah.
We do have victims that keep going back. Is there anything we can do as family and friends to protect loved ones when they keep going back?
can I be honest with you?
That's a
Abuse
hard
is
one.
psychological as well as any other form it comes in. So you find that a lot of people tend to go back because that's what's familiar. Imagine, let's
Yeah,
say you get
that's
married
true.
at like
You know.
18 and then this person has been beating you up ever since they were 18 and then they tell you, no, I beat you because I love you. If you divorce that person at 40, what new thing? If you haven't
Girl,
really gotten
40
over it.
40 is the new 20, darling. So, you know.
No, I'm trying to
but
give.
then
I'm trying to give like an age
No,
range.
I know, darling. I'm just like, but I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
also still saying.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was watching a movie, I Tonya something, this American ice skater.
Okay.
And she said the reason why she stayed with the husband who was beating her up was because her mom used to beat her up.
Oh,
So
and
it's
it's
something
so
she was used
yes.
to.
She thought that was an expression of love.
Exactly. And then there's people
Wow.
who come from abusive families as well. And then they go into
And that's all
abuse
they know.
and then they abuse their kids too. And it's just generational.
cycle.
My
So,
dad
then we
did a
also have-
sermon
What's going on?
once about we were talking. It was about abuse. It was actually about love, and then he was explaining about how, you know, some women will actually come out and say, "Ha sathandi roba nasi." So that means
Yeah,
that
oh,
I can't do
yeah, yeah,
that. I
yeah.
can't do that anymore. And when women
Yeah.
actually like look for that because that's how they feel they are loved.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
okay, so let's go back to the workplaces, guys. Let's go back to the workplaces. How can we rectify or what can we do about that Me Too movement? Let's go back to that.
I think the first step is to identify what abuse is. If we could define it and say, kutsonyewa pabasa or kubatwa shoulder would then
Any
lead.
inappropriate action, anything that makes you feel
Yeah.
like it's inappropriate.
Because you know there's
But where
those
do we
they-
report
we,
that?
we all
Where
have
do we
those
report that?
uncles.
Because all of these things were mostly on social media, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you look at our social media, I'm talking Zimbabwe. It's
Yeah.
mostly your Facebook.
Yeah.
Now your Instagram is quite, you know, popular,
Active as
but
well.
it's not popular with everybody. I mean, there's a certain niche that's really doing that. So, will a movement actually work here? Because if it's all social media related, is it going to gain traction and will it make the buzz that it's done elsewhere?
I think if as Zimbabweans, I think our movements need to be more, I don't know, like less on social media and
We suck
actually.
at movements. Just say
The thing is, no, we would have movements, but there's nothing that's being done.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, because for me, there was a time when some colleague was just like now macking on me, and then I tried to like tell him no, like nicely, you know. But then when he kept on pushing, and then I actually told my immediate boss, and then he was like, no, but she was flirting with me.
And so they always
of
switch
course.
boards. They
I
always switch
turned him
boards.
down
they
nicely.
bought it.
Yeah,
The boss bought it.
No, he didn't. Luckily, he didn't buy it. But then the thing is, Yakuti, he flipped it on me because I turned him down nicely. So he's
Right.
like, no, she was just playing hard to get. She was actually flirting with me.
Oh wow.
How does that work?
Well, I
And
feel
he's like, no, I've got evidence with my
Okay, but where-
messages with her and whatnot.
So, okay, where do people report? Okay, so social media we suck at.
okay.
Where
Yeah.
do we report anything of this nature? Like, I know that it's quite rife in the arts world. I mean, we work with a lot of artists and stuff that have gone through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where to get a gig, you've got to, do
you
certain
know,
things.
yeah.
You know, to get a
you know,
job.
doing
To report because you know there's no boss like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
the boss of artists. or
Yeah,
something
the
where you
boss
report.
of music.
And
Or
then
the
you report,
associations,
and
but
then
like,
what happened? And then what
what's
would
the
the
recourse?
association
Yeah.
do? What
Yeah.
would they do?
And then
So now
we
that means
go
that we can't do a
back.
movement. We've got no report structure. Sakatongo siya zvakadaro here. That's
I
Besides, we're
don't
talking
know.
about the Babes Wodumo case right now, but we also have our own Babes Wodumos and Mampinchas
Yeah.
in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
That are
yeah.
not standing up and saying, "Look, we've had a few individuals who said, look, I've been beat up," but I think the movement needs a male or a female who comes out and says, "Look, I beat
Andinyarare.
up someone. It was wrong. This is what I was going through." Kune vamwe vese vanodaro, musadaro.
But guys,
No, but,
when
but,
I
but okay,
I
Sniper
can-
Storm, for
guys,
instance,
me
sang
like
Muskana Haro, we, da-da-da-da-da. Remember that song that he sang?
yeah,
But
yeah.
does it change people's behavior?
okay, but
I don't
guys,
know about Chifara, but otherwise they actually don't take into account like the actual lyrics at Kutauro.
but can we talk about R. Kelly, guys?
Okay.
they addressed the whole R. Kelly situation, the rumors and everything, and he still outright said, "I want to know mugunyeba type thing." And kutochema.
But
Angariza.
are we saying, because he's been in court and nothing ever stuck? Are
Yeah.
we saying then that there's something wrong with their legal system, or muna akangoita mind, because sometimes we have all these, it's on Michael Jackson as well. And all these things are just I feel like sometimes it's just Patience Musa saying, look, I've got a couple of cameras, let me go do a documentary. Is that enough? Is that what we're using now? Is everybody a journalist now?
I feel like we are our own jury in a sense. Like we are judging our own stories, Tega, because we are now feeling.
The Catholic Church has so many issues right now. This past week, there's a priest who's been over 2,000 boys.
Okay.
So there's over
Really?
2,000
There's
boys,
still
something
more
like that.
priests coming
and
out.
there's still a lot of them.
Yeah.
And nobody's doing a documentary on this, but somebody's doing a documentary on a person like Michael Jackson. Look, I know I love Michael Jackson. I am Mrs. Jackson. So, but this is a guy who went through the law, and then they didn't find him guilty. So
R. Kelly, you're back at R. Kelly now.
and no, I'm back on. I'm using the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with R. Kelly,
They
But
haven't made
then some of the
anything
stuff with
big.
Michael Jackson,
No
they
one's doing-
settled out of court though.
No, but
Because
then
isn't his
my
kid
question,
But
But with
book
R.
as
Kelly,
well.
everything that I know of so far has basically, there's been no evidence, isn't it?
yeah, like most of it, there's no evidence, which is why I'm saying, isn't it just okay? Yes, these girls might have gone through it, but then aren't we exaggerating it more so that people make money now?
Maybe.
So that
'Cause
so
I
you
mean, now-
think that he's even in cahoots with these people?
No,
So
no,
that-
not him. I'm just talking about just.
What do they think? Actually, married R. Kelly now, do
I don't think
I
so.
think in America you can make one hit and you can retire and you're good. And he has lots of hits, so yes, he has money. And when
And was
you have,
invested right, probably.
yeah, and when you have
But
a
with the
movement like
documentary
Mute
and them
R.
being
Kelly,
paid too.
it's killing his
His brand.
his
Yeah.
money.
His
Yeah.
brand, but
No,
even
but I mean,
with
but
the
not the money that
documentary
he already
and them-
got. Maybe
Not
like
the
in terms
money
of
that he already
royalties, they may
got.
not play him
But
anymore
then
on radio
you
and
see,
stuff.
Actually,
you're also killing
you
his
brought up
story.
you brought
You're
up a
killing
very
his name.
You brought up a very
his
interesting
brand.
thing, something that is very local. There was a time where I saw on Facebook where people are writing Mute Japreza because he's the military ambassador, and there was a movement against the against abuse in the military of women.
Yeah.
There was some.
Oh,
Yeah.
during that time,
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
women got
And
raped.
then people were like Mute Japreza and.
But
What
then
are
know
your
what? I was
thoughts?
speaking to a friend of mine who's in DC, and everybody, like the people who are going Mute Japreza, everybody's doing it for all sorts of different reasons.
Yeah.
It's not really like one movement, like one voice.
They are just
Everybody's
jealousy.
doing for.
They are just
all
jealousy
sorts
of him.
reasons.
Jealousy.
Jealousy of him.
Yeah.
Imagine though if South Africa decided they're gonna mute what's that dude's name?
Babes, and
Mapinta.
Mapinta.
Mampincha, and then what happens?
Because
You're also muting babes.
babes because they
Wacho.
you
Yeah.
produced for babes or whatever. Yeah. No.
But
That's,
look, I think everybody, male or female, speak out, stand out. If
So
you-
let's have our own movement.
No, but then if they speak out, what's
But we need a
Okay,
collective.
can I-
a
can
movement
I
is a
please-
collective, right?
can
so
I
do
please-
we have
Wait.
movements in Zimbabwe?
Wait, so I've
Of
got
what form?
I've got a tip for like a sense of collectiveness. Okay, so
Okay.
I come from a small town. We're not about to go on Instagram every day trying to check everything. Okay, so what then happens is these movements that happen in Harare, we don't even know they're happening. Harare is its own space, its own little world.
own little
so
cool space.
so when people say, yeah, we're wearing red, the whole city is wearing red, the whole country is
The whole
wearing red.
country is-
We're not wearing red. It's just Harare wearing red.
But don't you get WhatsApp?
No,
WhatsApp,
guys,
eh?
it's really true.
for another day.
So please involve us in your movements, please. Thank
We need
you.
to shut this down.
Yep.
But look, we talked about so many angles. You can agree, you can disagree, but you certainly can sound off. That's all for now.
Thank you.